Accessing archives. Login accepted. Holographic imaging activated. Engaged.
Welcome to Trail Zen Mountain Biking, where we have no problem handing out an attitude adjustment. I'm your host, Budget Prime. This channel is dedicated to the pursuit of fun on mountain bikes, while disconnecting from the matrix and jacking into nature at full send. Old Dick has a habit of constantly landing on his derailleur, which means it constantly has a bad attitude when shifting. Let's join him as he gives it a proper attitude adjustment.
Okay, so today I just replaced the shifter cable, the housing, and the cable itself because I'm not sure why, but my derailleur was really bent and it never shifted right after this. Can't imagine why there would be an issue after that. Before I actually start to adjust this, I'm going to go ahead and align the derailleur hanger here with this tool here, which means I've got to remove the derailleur itself from the hanger. I'm just going to go ahead and let that hang out there. So when you're using this tool, you want to keep it in the same place on the rim, so that way if your rim is a little bit off, it won't matter. So we're going to go ahead and check this at the valve stem at 12 o'clock. You're going to go to just contact point here. So we've got contact. Now we're going to take this out after we set this O-ring to this spot here. So we'll take this down to 6 o'clock, right at the valve stem. Now when you check it, you want to have less than 3 millimeters between your contact point and your rim, and I've got a 3 millimeter ball Allen, and it is less than 3 millimeters. Even though it's not making contact here, it's still less than 3 millimeters, so we're good in there. So now I'm going to take her up and we're going to check at 9 o'clock, again using the same spot on your rim, your wheel, and I can see a huge gap here. Yeah, it's definitely more than 3 millimeters. So we're going to go ahead and check her over here at 3 o'clock. Again, the same exact spot on your rim, and we have contact. So because I have a larger gap here at 9 o'clock, that's greater than 3 millimeters, I'm going to go ahead and basically bend this derailleur hanger this way. Like, not a whole lot, just a little bit. Of course, this bike stand isn't the greatest for leverage, just a little tiny bit. That's all it's needed. And now we have contact here, which means it's probably got a bigger gap here at 3 o'clock now. But is it more than 3 millimeters? And the answer is yes. So I bent it a little too far there. So we're going to go ahead and bend it a little bit back. And we'll double check this. And now we are less than 3 millimeters at 3 o'clock. Got a gap here now as well, but that's less than 3 millimeters. Go ahead and recheck this at 3 just to confirm. Still a gap, less than 3 millimeters. Let's go ahead and check 12 o'clock. We got contact here. Let's go ahead and check it at 6 o'clock. Got a slight gap, way less than 3 millimeters. Got contact at 9 o'clock. Then we'll check at 3 o'clock here, way less than 3 millimeters. So we are now good at less than 3 millimeters at 12, 6, 9, and 3. So now I can go ahead, reinstall the derailleur, and then adjust my cable. It should shift a little bit better than it was before. It wasn't off terribly, but it was off. I had the bike shop adjust this about a year ago, but then I had this right here happen. So it hasn't quite shifted the same since, partially because the derailleur hanger here was a little bit off, and on my derailleur itself, the ferrule that goes in here was actually broken off, so the housing was kind of sliding around freely. So that's why I replaced the housing and the cable itself. But now she should shift much, much better, having replaced the cable, the housing, and adjusted my hanger. All right, let's see how well she shifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we are good, man. So my initial adjustment was actually not too far off. You know, as the cable kind of stretches and everything, I'll fine tune it with the barrel adjuster up here, but she's working fantastic right now. Much better than it has in a very long time. So I can go ahead, cut this, and add an end on it. These are not the greatest cutters. That is for sure. But apparently it worked pretty good on that. So we'll go ahead and put that on, and we'll give it a nice little crimp and a cross pattern. That's going nowhere, and I'll go ahead and route this up and back over here so it doesn't get in the way of anything. Just go ahead and double check that it won't. Yep, we're good. Shifting hell a ton better, and we're good to go.
Thank you very much for watching. If you were mildly amused, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Don't worry, we won't tell anyone you did.
Data transfer complete. Holographic imaging deactivated. Shutting down. Goodbye.